Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to talk about my voice. I'm going to step out of my comfort zone and just explain to you about my voice. When I was pregnant with my daughter, I started losing my voice. I was probably 3 to 4 months pregnant. And the doctor sent me to an ENT doctor, and they ran the scope up my throat and stuff, and they couldn't find nothing wrong. They said everything was normal. Well, then it was like the bigger I got, the more I lost my voice. And mind you, I had a toddler and I worked a full-time job. And so I kept complaining because, like I said, I couldn't hardly talk, and I worked at a daycare. So they sent me to a speechologist or a speech therapist or whatever. And I had a hard time with that old lady. She told me I forgot how to talk because I was single at the time, but I had a toddler at home and I worked. I talked to people all the time. Well, I didn't go back there because she made me mad. She told me to go home, read to myself, and some wild stuff. So I didn't go back there. So I dealt with it until I had my daughter, and then I told my doctor that I needed to be sent to a specialist. So they sent me to Wake Forest, and they done the same test that the ENT done. They ran the scope up my nose and down my throat, and they figured out I had a condition called Spasmodic Dysphonia. Well, then the only treatment they have is Botox injections. Or I could have went to Los Angeles or one other place. There's only 2 places that does surgery. But there's a 50-50% chance that it would work. And I'd either talk or I would never talk again. So I didn't want to go that route, so I just done the Botox. So they just sit me in a chair. I had to hold my head back, and they inject me with these long needles. They're huge. And they do it on each side of my vocal box right here. And typically they last about 3 months. And sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. It just depends on the grade of the Botox, and I guess, like, sometimes the grade's good, sometimes it's not. And people always think I'm sick, and I'm not. But if you've seen my last couple videos, I couldn't hardly talk, so Alexa's done a lot of the talking. And I'm 2 weeks out from where I got my Botox, so my voice is coming back. It's just not strong, but it usually takes about 3 weeks to a month. Sometimes 4 to 6 weeks, and my voice is regular again. And then I had to go sometimes 3 months, sometimes I can go a little longer, sometimes it's shorter. I guess it just depends on how it works, but what the Botox does, it paralyzes your muscles in there, and because I have a gap in my vocal box where they're supposed to touch, mine doesn't touch. And so people's always thinking I'm sick, and I'm not, and everybody judges everybody, and the world shouldn't be the way it is, but we just have to live with the society the way it is. We were grown up to judge people, whether it's how they look, how they talk, people that they're with. People judge you on everything about you. So, the people that really know me, I don't go out a whole lot, especially when my voice is gone. I don't talk a lot, or I try not to. I don't go out in stores if I have to talk. And when I do go in stores, I'd rather do the self-checkout to where I can check myself out, so I don't have to talk to nobody and try to explain to them, I'm not sick. So, people's mean. They nitpick and they'll look at you weird, and it's just like the way they look at me sometimes when I can't talk, and it just makes me really self-conscious, and I don't like that. So, needless to say, when I have my Botox, I just talk, because I had to make up for the times that I can't talk. And I love to sing, and when I can talk, I can't sing. But
you can't anyway.
Yes, I can. Miss Professional over here. But I just want to post this about my voice because I've never went into detail about it. I don't like talking about it, but I figured I'd just step out of my comfort zone, let y'all know about my voice. I do my best trying to talk, but this is the reason why I lost my voice. But I just don't, I'm very self-conscious, as I said, and living with Botox or living with the Spasmodic Dysphonia is really hard at times. I've always wondered sometimes when I first found out I had it, because I'm the youngest one that my doctor treats, because they said most time it's people age 50 and over. Then I was told it was hereditary. Nobody in my family's ever had this. We've never heard of it. And I'm the only one in the family with it. So I was told when I was pregnant with her, she put too much strain on my vocal box, or she strained me too hard, or whatever. And so she's 12. I've dealt with this for almost 13 years. Been having Botox injections for 12. And I still get nervous when I have them injections done. And like I said, I'm the youngest one they treat. But he's hoping one day he can do surgery, my doctor, and he's working on trying to figure it out. But he told me that when I first started going, so maybe one day. The injections, they're not that bad, but I guess it's just my nerves, and it stresses me out every time I have to go because I don't like them. And it's just a very uncomfortable thing because, like I said, the needles are really huge. And they go into my neck on both sides, and they stick it in there, and they put these electrodes on my chest, and they take them and they just dig them every which way until they hit the spot to where they hear all the static. And then when they hear the real loud static, that's when they inject the Botox, because that's where they know they're in the muscle. But when I first got diagnosed, I was really depressed. I was crying, wondering why it happened to me. When she was born, she had it, but they told me she would more than likely grow out of it when she turned a year old. So after she was about 14 months old, she went back to have a checkup, and she grew out of hers. Lucky. But she was worth it, and just living with this is hard at times. It's hard to talk to people, so I do a lot of texting and stuff. I don't like talking on the phone. And I get tired of telling my story a lot, but some people think it's weird. Other people think it's cool. I don't think it's cool at all, but it's weird that it happened when I was pregnant. And you never know what kids are going to do to your body. They can do some wild stuff to you, but they're worth it.
So whamble.
So I just want to let y'all know about my Botox. If y'all want to follow me, like I said, if y'all watch my videos, the last few I couldn't really talk, but it sounds like I'm straightening, and a lot of people ask me if it hurts. It don't hurt. It's just I guess my throat gets really tired of trying to talk, and it just feels like I'm straining and stuff to talk, and so, but it's rough at times. Other times it's not so good. And then, like when I first get them, I can't drink fast. I have a hard time eating sometimes because food will get stuck in my throat. And then sometimes it doesn't work at all. And them injections are not cheap. And they can't do it on one by one, so they have monthly clinics. And depending on how many people's there, they divide the cost between all the patients. If there's a lot of people, it's not that bad. If there's not many of us, it's really expensive. The most I've ever paid for an injection was like $3,800. That was when I first started going. And most time now it's around $1,200 to $1,500 for the injections. But I don't like it. I'm hoping one day he can do the surgery to where I don't have to have injections anymore. And But if y'all want to follow me on my journeys with my voice, that's fine. You can leave me comments. If there's anything you want to know, questions, or whatever, feel free to comment. I will respond to every comment I get. If y'all want more videos like this, we're going to try to start doing more vlogs to where y'all can see the inside of our family and what we do. And most time we're just goofballs acting up. We just don't catch it on camera. We do a lot of eating videos and stuff like that. But we hope you like this video. Now you know about my voice. I don't like talking about it that much. But like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.